to order. You'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. This evening, we do not have a quorum due to unexpected circumstances of our other board members. We will be calling for a special meeting and letting the proper people know at the newspaper to report that. We will set that meeting for September 23rd at 5:15 in the same chamber here. And we will ask that anybody who has any grant requests at that time to come back and submit those to the board. Any questions from anyone? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Well, I don't want to ask a question about your next meeting, but I want to ask a question about, the grant that you gave DAR in the spring. And then, well, I'll explain this to you, you'll get it.
Go ahead and come up and state your name just for the audience.
Donna Schroeder, John Connor chapter of DAR and county historian. We asked for a grant for brochures for the cemeteries.
Correct.
And in checking our sources, we found that we needed to make some corrections on it, simply because since there's internet now and there's Find a Grave and there's 1,000 different ways you can look for people, we found that we had some veterans, some Revolutionary War veterans listed that aren't here. They're buried other places. And so we had to take those off. And then the school got busy with other bicentennial things, so we didn't get them printed, which wasn't a terrible disaster, I don't think, because as Mike knows, we ran into some bad weather and we had some transportation problems and all that. So anyway, on October the 20th, we're going to rededicate Vivian Allison's house in the city cemetery. John Bolander oversaw a lot of that. Some of us helped with it, and the FFA helped with it. So what we'd like to know is, can we use that grant? Can we still use it?
For the brochures.
For the brochures, and just go ahead and have them printed.
It was
for
already,
that.
I believe, approved. We would have to go back to see exactly what, month that was to get the details, and then
Do
Tamara
you know
would
when
have-
you submitted it?
Was it
Pardon?
March?
Do you know what month you submitted it? If not,
Any
I can
guess?
find it really quickly.
Okay.
Let me
Lindsay
do a
can look at the
search.
minutes real quick.
April, I would guess, but I'm not.
March, April. I was
It could've
thinking
been
March, but
or
that
April.
could have been April. But,
I'm gonna guess April
okay.
I wasn't here in April.
or May. I don't think it was May. Well,
We've slept a few nights since
huh,
then. We've all slept a few nights
I
since
know.
then.
If it were April,
We'd have to-
It almost have to
Yeah.
be April, they couldn't have been later because I've only been here since June.
it's
and it wasn't
not
then.
May.
Okay.
Well,
Let us
then it
look-
had to have been April.
Let us look into the grant, get the physical grant request back out. And then, the way I look at it, it was approved to use for brochures. So if that's the case, then yes, it would still be
Okay.
fine to do that with. So
Okay.
you just hadn't done them to this point, so.
Yeah,
But yes,
because
that
we
would
had
be-
hoped to get them done, for that.
And it's still the same amount, it's.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't see any problem with this, but let us double check it, and then we'll give you a call
Okay,
and let you know for sure, like, what it was and the amount, just to clear.
okay.
Everything,
That'll be
so-
great. You wanna, I don't know if my phone number's on that grant or,
What is it now?
969-6795.
Okay,
All right?
we'll check into that for you.
Okay, because we'd like to have those for that. I think that would be,
Okay.
we'd like for all of you to come too.
What time is that on the 20th?
We're going to do it at 2 o'clock.
Which
We're
one?
going to have
2 p.m.
Members of Historic Connersville are going to do tours from 1 to 2, and then we'll stop and do the dedication.
Okay.
And then we'll do tours until about 3, or whenever we run out of people.
Okay.
So,
All
'cause
right.
I think a lot of people are interested in it.
Do you have some kind of flyer or something about it?
We don't, we just put it on Facebook.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll get that out.
Have you
Check.
put it on like Channel 3?
I haven't done that yet, no.
Because that is a good way to get it out.
Yeah,
too.
I think, and I'm sure that the newspaper will do a story too, but we had, I mean, I just put it on Facebook and said, if we did this, would you come? And gosh, the response was overwhelming, so I think we'll have a good turnout.
Good.
And it'll give us a chance to kind of, you know, show off City Cemetery, and maybe, I imagine, Amy Brumfield's daughter, and the other kids from Gabe Nobby's class landscaped a little around the house, and they're gonna do more. And so, you know, I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can kind of pass out something that'll say, hey, if you'd like to help with restoration and help with the cemetery commission, it's a nice joint effort.
It's really nice that that's there. That is the one thing, I don't know if you're familiar with Roadside America app, but that's the one thing that Fayette County and Connersville has on that app.
Well, and you know, it's too bad. There's an identical house
In Rushville.
at Arlington, Indiana. And
Arlington.
in looking back through old newspapers and census and stuff, I realized that those two dads worked together. And they both had little girls that died. And I have a feeling that they were in cahoots to build those houses.
Yeah, because they're identical.
But Arlington hasn't. I mean, you know, ours is so nicely restored, and theirs is.
But it's kind of neat to see that one and this one, because you can see what it was like when they built it, you know, and the things that went in, and ours, you know,
Well-
but they haven't.
Ours is more authentic. They've put different roof on theirs.
Oh, did
and-
they? Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's been a long time since I was.
Yeah,
there.
they used wider siding, and John and, I don't know, I forget now if it was David Steiner. Anyway, they actually went to all the trouble to make new authentic poplar siding where it was bad, and so ours is the real authentic one.
Yeah.
And,
That's the second time that's been restored.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cheryl Louis Ronan did it
Yeah.
another time.
so.
It's good
So,
that that's,
so anyway, you know, it's a showpiece, and it's an important piece of
it's
history.
unique. Very
And coincidentally, we picked the 20th because that's the 120th anniversary of the day she died.
Oh,
So they should do a write-up on that possibly.
yeah.
So, anyway,
Well, we'll get that and give you a call, Donna,
that'll be swell.
here in the
Thanks,
next
girls.
couple days. Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Is that good?
That's
Okay.
fine.
All right,
Try not to be rude.
that's okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn now?
So moved.
All in favor? Can't really vote? Okay. All right, meeting adjourned.